Hi there. A couple days ago, some of me and my friends decided to start a new SMP server, and I figured that a pretty funny idea could be just recording the gameplay and then later on reading some Reddit stories that I find kind of ridiculous. This is because in the actual SMP, we were in a group chat for a long time and just telling each other Reddit stories. So I figured it could be a pretty funny idea to let you guys hear some cool stories that I found as well. I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't really have a script or anything to start with, so I guess we'll just go directly into the first Reddit story. Okay, so this first one is titled, Am I the asshole for refusing to give my brother the house our grandparents left me? I, 28 female, was very close with my grandparents. I visited every weekend, helped them with groceries, doctor's appointments, and basically became their primary caregiver during the last few years. My older brother, 32 male, rarely visited. He'd call on birthdays and holidays, but otherwise he wasn't really around. When my grandmother passed away last year, I found out that she'd left me her house. My brother received some money and jewelry, but the house went entirely to me. I was, of course, shocked, but also very grateful. Now, my brother is furious. He says that because he's the oldest, the house should be his. He claims our grandparents only left it to me because I manipulated them by spending so much time with them. The problem is, I've already moved in, spent nearly $40,000 fixing the roof, plumbing, and electrical system. It's my home now. My parents are begging me to keep the peace by either signing the house over to my brother or selling it and splitting the money 50-50. Yesterday, my brother showed up with a real estate agent without asking me and started showing them around my property. I told them to leave immediately. My brother called me selfish and said I was destroying the family over a stupid house. Now, half my relatives are calling me greedy, while the other half says my grandparents made their decision for a reason. Am I the asshole? Okay, my personal opinion here, like just my personal opinion, I don't think you are the asshole at all. I feel like you spent the time with your grandparents. You took care of them, helped them out when they needed help. Well, your brother did nothing. I mean, of course, he shouldn't feel obligated to do anything, but it's obvious the person who takes the most care of them is probably the person who gets the biggest amount of the will. So, in my opinion, you are not the asshole, and your brother is the asshole in this situation. I also think it's kind of weird that his parents just want her to sign the house away. Don't really understand that. Anyway, the top comment on the Reddit post says, Not the asshole. Your grandparents were adults who made their own decision. Caring for them wasn't manipulation, it was love. The fact that your brother bought a real estate agent to a house he didn't own tells me everything I need to know. Yeah, completely true. I agree with that. Uh, everyone listening, if there is anyone, then I would be really happy if you went to the comments and gave your honest opinion on every Reddit story. The top comment of the video I'll react to and talk about in the next video as well, kind of saying if I agree or disagree with whatever you think. Okay, this next one is titled, Am I the asshole for telling my sister's fiance why she really wanted a prenup? I just know this one's gonna be good. Okay. I, 31 male, have a younger sister, 28 female, who has been with her fiance, 30 male, for 4 years. They've been planning a huge wedding for next spring. About 6 months ago, my sister admitted something to me after a few drinks. She confessed that she'd been cheating on her soon to be husband twice during the first year that they were dating. She swore it was over and she'd never do it again and insisted she'd never tell him because it would only hurt him. Fast forward to now, and she's suddenly obsessed with getting a prenup. Everyone thought that it was because she had inherited some money from our grandmother. But when she explained it to me privately, she said if he ever finds out about me cheating years from now and divorces me, I don't want him taking half. That really rubbed me in the wrong way. A week later, we had all been to dinner together. Her fiance was talking about how lucky he was to have someone so honest and trustworthy as my sister. I simply couldn't keep my mouth shut. I asked my sister, "Are you going to tell him the real reason you want the prenup?" She immediately turned white. Her fiance asked what I meant, and I told him everything right there at the dinner table. He didn't yell or anything. He just stood up, thanked me for telling him, took off his engagement ring, placed it on the table, and walked out. The wedding has been cancelled. My sister blames me and says I have ruined her life over a mistake she made years ago. My parents agree and say to me that it wasn't my secret to tell. Her ex fiance now thanked me and said he'd rather know before marriage than after. Now my entire family is split. Half think I saved him from a dishonest marriage, the other half think I betrayed my sister. Okay, I this is a tricky one. I personally think that, of course, your sister is an asshole. Like cheating is never good. However, I do think you can't. It was 6 months ago that his sister told her that during drinks. If he's gonna be honest and open up to her fiance, he should have done it the moment he found out. He shouldn't have waited 6 months to do it. Because, well, obviously, the fiance deserves to know that his wife or soon to be wife was cheating on him. But I feel like this guy telling the fiance is kind of a hypocrite because he kept it secret for like half a year as well. He's not much better than his sister. Now, yes, I think I don't think you are the asshole for telling him. However, I do think you're kind of an asshole for keeping it secret. If you had told him 6 months before, this guy could have moved on much easier and could have had a much better life instead of being prepared for a big wedding and then getting his hopes ruined. Like, they weren't even engaged back 6 months ago. You could have just stopped a normal relationship instead of stopping a major wedding. So, I'm going to say 50-50 on this one. The top comment says, not the asshole. She wasn't protecting his feelings, she was protecting her own feelings. If she wanted an honest marriage, she had years to be honest. You gave him information that he deserved before making a lifelong commitment. Agree, but I still feel like he should have told her first. I don't think he should have waited that long. But let me know what you guys think in the comments as well. Okay, this next one is crazy. I read this to my friends while we were playing on the SMP, and it was just plot twist after plot twist. I know this one is good. So the title is, Am I the Asshole for Exposing My Wife's Affair at My Father's Birthday Dinner? I, 34 female, have married my wife, 33 female, and have been married for 7 years. We have a 5-year-old daughter. About 3 months ago, I noticed she became incredibly protective of her phone, late night work calls, sudden gym trips, and weekend girls' brunches. I had a bad feeling. Then my younger brother, 31 male, came to me looking sick. He handed me screenshots. My wife wasn't cheating with a coworker. She was cheating with my best friend of 20 years. I was devastated, but I decided to stay quiet while I figured out what to do. I hired a lawyer and started gathering evidence for financial documents. Fair, in my opinion, by the way. A few weeks later, my brother confessed something else. He hadn't discovered the affair by accident. His own wife had been sleeping with the same guy. Apparently, my best friend had been juggling both my wife and my sister in law at the same time. The two women had no idea about each other. So, my brother and I compared everything. Hotel receipts, texts, photos, and the timelines matched perfectly. We planned to confront them after getting all legal affairs in order. Then my father invited everyone to his 60th birthday dinner. Halfway through the desserts, my best friend stood up with a champagne glass. He announced that he and his girlfriend were expecting a baby. Everyone started clapping, but I froze. His girlfriend was neither my wife nor my sister-in-law. He had a third woman. So, even though me and my brother agreed to not say anything to celebrate my father's birthday in peace, my brother looked at me, reached into his jacket, and whispered, "Do it." So I stood up, I congratulated him, and then I asked, "Which girlfriend? The pregnant one, my wife, or my brother's wife?" Silence. Absolute silence. My wife started crying. My sister-in-law screamed that she didn't know about anyone. The pregnant girlfriend looked completely confused. And then she asked, "Wait, you're married?" He didn't answer. Instead, he tried to leave, but my father physically blocked the front door until everyone understood what was going on. The pregnant girlfriend threw her engagement ring at him. My sister-in-law admitted to seeing him for almost 2 years. My wife admitted that she'd had an affair for around 18 months. And then came the biggest bombshell of the night. My mom quietly said, "I told your father months ago I thought something was going on." And as everyone turned to my dad, he sighed and admitted that he had known there was an affair and had seen evidence of it, but he believed it would be better not to interfere because marriages are complicated. I couldn't believe it. He had watched me play golf with this man every single weekend while knowing he was sleeping with my wife. Now my parents are divorced because my mom says she'll never forgive my father for covering it up. My brother's wife moved on. The pregnant girlfriend cancelled the wedding. My wife is living with her sister. My former best friend has been disowned by nearly everyone. And half my family says I ruined my father's birthday, while the other says the only person who ruined it was the serial liar who thought no one would ever compare notes. Am I the asshole? Ooh, this is spicy. Because I feel like everyone could be the asshole. Like, your wife and your sister in law obviously are the assholes, and your best friend obviously is an asshole. But I can see why. I mean, I respect. I don't think he and his brother are the assholes because, as he literally wrote, they had agreed not to tell anyone at this birthday dinner because they wanted to celebrate his dad. But when they literally, like, I understand that you sometimes just get enough and you just get angry. So I can understand why they just couldn't hold it in anymore. And I still think his father deserved to get that birthday dinner ruined, man. His father kept such a massive secret from his family for so long. And I also think his mom is an asshole because she literally had known that the father had known. She was the one who whispered that her father had known. Like, I just feel like everyone in that story is the asshole except the brother and the guy telling it. I mean, that's just my opinion. Give yours in the comments as well. I'll read the top comment. Um, the top comment was, "Your ex best friend wasn't running a love triangle; he was running a whole franchise." Yeah, yeah. I'm reading most of the comments. The verdict is pretty much he's not the asshole. I feel like everyone in that story is just the asshole except the main character, man. But, well, of course, give your honest opinion in the comments. Wow. Alright, this will be the last Reddit story of this video. If this video does well, of course, I'll do more Reddit stories. But I haven't read this one yet. I do think it's going to be really good because it does have a catchy title. I'll just read it. Am I the asshole for leaving my family to move across the country with my boyfriend? I, 22 female, recently moved 1500 miles away with my boyfriend, 24 male. My entire family says I abandoned them and now none of them will speak to me. For context, my parents have always expected me to put my family first. I lived at home after college because my younger brother has severe epilepsy, and I helped take care of him while my parents worked. I didn't really mind it at first, but over time it became expected that I would cancel plans, miss work, or drop everything whenever they needed me. And then I met my boyfriend. After about a year together, he got a great job offer in another state and asked if I would come with him. I said yes. When I told my parents, they cried and said I was destroying my family. My older sister called me selfish. My aunt said I'd regret choosing a man over blood. So I moved anyway. Now, here's where everyone says I'm the asshole. About 2 months after I left, my parents lost their house. Reason? Because they had been using my income to qualify for the mortgage. Not just my income, my name was on the mortgage. I had absolutely no idea, and I'd never signed anything knowingly. Apparently, when I was 18, my dad handed me a stack of paperwork and said it was for my college financial aid. I signed it without reading because I trusted him. It wasn't financial aid, it was mortgage paperwork. When I moved away and changed my mailing address, I started getting letters from the bank asking why payments had stopped. That's how I found out. My parents admitted they'd stopped paying months earlier because they'd assume I'd move back once I got the relationship out of my system. They genuinely believed I'd return before the bank could foreclose. Now they've lost the house, my credit score is destroyed, and they're telling everyone I refused, and I ruined my family by refusing to come home and help. Half my relatives say I should have stayed because family comes first. The other half thinks my parents committed fraud. Am I the asshole? I feel like the person who uploaded this knew they weren't the asshole, but just uploaded it so that people would like give them some love. I mean, obviously, there's a pretty high chance that Reddit stories aren't completely true most of the time, but I feel like this person knows they're not the assholes, and obviously they aren't. Their parents have committed fraud. Their parents have like ruined their life. I, of course, no, you're not the asshole. I do think this person just uploaded this to get some love, which I mean, fair enough. You're in a pretty rough situation. I do just think, like, I don't even think if we ignored the fact that they moved, if we ignore the fact that their parents used their name for their mortgage, I still don't think they're the asshole. Like, once you're above 18, you should be allowed to visit the world. You should be allowed to live where you want. If you said, oh, I'm with my boyfriend now, I don't want to see you guys ever again, then you'd be the asshole. But you just moved. I mean, it's natural that your children move away and eventually you'll only see them so often. But, no, obviously you're not the asshole. Your parents are, your older sister is, your aunt is. No, that's terrible, man. A horrible, sad. How do you also? How do you kick yourself to put your own daughter, like cheat your own daughter, force her, well, not force her, but manipulate her into paying for your mortgage and put the house in your name, ruining her life? Like, what kind of hypocrisy do these parents have? You ruined the family. You can't say that. You ruined your daughter's life, man. That's horrible. I mean, at least I don't think they're the asshole. I think the parents are the asshole. Again, give your honest opinion in the comments. Otherwise, this was the last Reddit story of this video. If you liked listening to these, I don't know if anyone's like listening to. I don't know what you're doing while listening to these. Some people watch Reddit videos trying to sleep. Some do it while just playing Minecraft, having it in the background. I personally really liked finding these spicy stories and telling them just with some cool, chill background Minecraft of me and my friends playing. I liked it. I hope you did as well. Otherwise, again, please remember to like the video, subscribe, and comment your honest opinions. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.